Okay, so pressing F1 doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, let's see if it works properly now. Still does nothing, even if I press. Let's see if I can get it to open the. Let's see if the agent can get us to go directly to the editor and we can make the changes, get the JSON with the positions, and then after I see it just goes to
Uh, you're breaking up a little bit. We can't hear you. Well, I can't hear you.
hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's all good.
Okay, yeah, was probably the wind. So what I'm trying here, since the editor is not properly opening with F1, I'm getting the agent to open the editor from the get-go, from the start, so we can actually take the coordinates, and then when I send the coordinates back to it, it just brings it back to the actual game. So let's see if this works. It's still just the regular game, so we can't change the path directly on the new window preview, right, Sasha? For example, we can put like a slash editor. We can change the
Yeah,
URL, right?
yeah,
Oh, we
that's
can.
fine.
How do I do that?
I think you should be able to ask it to do it.
Oh yeah, I did ask it to open it on the new, but it
Like,
didn't. So I wanted to do it manually.
oh, okay. No, not manually. I mean, You could always ask it to create a edit. Like you have new game, you can also have editor. Like a new scene.
Let's see. Okay, so we have the option here. Let's see if it takes us to the editor. Okay, at least we have error messages now. See if it can work. If it can make it work. Okay, we do have a level editor now, but the what ideally what we would see here is our current world map that we have on our main town of the game that you could see before. So let's see if we can create some of these objects. And let's see if it actually ties back to our. So, but we can see that these tools, for example, like I mentioned before, let me make this smaller. So we have our object list here in the side, and each of the objects have a specific ID, which is very useful when you're trying to do other things later as well. And we have our tools with our gizmos here, so we can rotate our objects as we wish. It's not really rotating. I'm not sure if I'm not able to click it. Let's see the scale tool. Yeah, the scale tool is working, so we can make a huge plateau here. Let's use the hand with the snap. So it's the hand is actually snapping to the bottom of the group. Actually, it's snapping in the center of the object instead of the base of the object, it seems. So that's a bit of an oversight there, but the tool is working. We can use the move tool to move it up. So this plane here should be deleted, but there's something weird going on here. So let me try the export function so we can see how our agent will deal with it. So as you can see here in the chat, clicking export gave us all the edits we made there in JSON. So now the agent can actually see in code the positions and everything we did. So let's see if it changes our main city to this map. So it will look way worse than our city, but it's just a showcase of how the flow would actually work, right? It would go to the editor, make the changes there, get a JSON and send it back to the agent so the agent can manually take these positions and make them work. Okay, so what I'm telling it now is to actually make a new option on the main menu and use the level we edited in the editor on that option. So I think it would be better than it trying to overhaul the entire map of the city.
Does anyone have any other questions while we're waiting? If you have any questions, you can feel free to either type them in the chat or unmute yourself and ask the question about anything that you've seen so far.
Okay, so now we should be ready to actually play the level that we edited. Let's see. Let's see how the implementation works. Maybe we're getting errors. Okay, so it's saying we have no exported layout. So let's quickly create one here. I think the last one wasn't properly saved. So let's just make one plane for the ground. The scale tool is not working that well. So let's delete this one. So let's try to do this without the plane that's causing trouble. I don't think this game has gravity from what I remember, so I don't think we'll fall through the floor when we actually try to play here. So just randomly placing some objects here so we can see them later. And we will export this. I think from what it's saying here, I should be able to play the edited level. Okay, but this is actually not the edited level. Maybe it added the objects over here, but I don't think so. I'm making sure it understands that I actually want to play on that separate map and not on our usual town map, because that's what might be causing confusion. I'm actually going to double check if this map is not appearing here on our world map, but I don't think so. Yeah, this is our normal overworld map. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, we still have some decorations from our village. These torches, these are reminiscent of our village map and this bonfire here. Not sure why they are still here. Maybe our exit out of the village is still active. Yeah, so we can actually get on a run from this. But the actual objects that we added on our level editor are here as well. So they don't have collision because I didn't ask for that. But this is a rough visualization of what you could do with a level editor like this. Basically, it will read the positions and the rotation and whatever other transform that you made on the level editor. It will transform it to text so that your agent can understand it and see it. And then it will build it for you based on that blueprint that is the JSON file. So at least we had a rough display of how it works here. And as soon as I get that project fixed, I can probably create a video like recreating everything that we made up until the editor level. And then I can make like a rough edit like we did here, showing how the editor works in that context of that game that you saw here live. And then we can schedule the next masterclass for the actual level design part while the editor is up and running with no issues. And of course, I'll make a video of that last part of getting it up and running. So there's not that blank in the process. But then when we go back live, we can start with the actual level building and level design part itself. I think that would work well. So if you have any final questions about this or any concerns or if you ran into any similar issues, this is like Sasha said, it was more of a live debugging session, which happens, right? A lot of times, even though most of this was tested before, I apologize for having so many hiccups. But for the next one, we'll make sure that everything is up and running and we can flow better with the level edit part. Sorry about that for being hard to hear me. So just to clarify it, I'll make a video of the earlier parts of the section where I show the level a little bit, the prototype a little bit, then I build the level editor with that same prompt that you saw. And when we make sure that the level editor is properly working, we'll come back for another masterclass, this one live, and we'll focus on the level design part, which was like the second half of this masterclass. So, but I think that will make for a really good topic later too. We'll have more time. So thanks for tuning in again. Sorry for the issues that we had.
Thanks.
Thanks everyone.
This was a really great session, Pedro. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks, Sasha.
Okay, if anyone has any questions, we can try to answer those. Is this something that you guys would, do you think you would be able to use this in your games, making your own level editors and scene editors? Okay, that's great. Yeah. For reference, I have made level editors even for 2D games, and they're really very, very useful. Uh, so, yeah, it really helps putting things visually into the scene. Uh, okay, if people don't have questions, we can end the session. Thanks again, Pedro. This was a really great session. I think we all learned a lot.
Thanks for that, and thanks everyone for dropping in and for the patience and for the questions. We'll see you next time. I won't be able to show a few things due to camera angle, and there were a few things that I planned, but maybe we can look at the editor itself today, and then maybe I can do like a smaller version, smaller recorded version, or a live version on another day with the correct project. Because there were some things that I was going to talk about level design wise, like how to use coins and enemy placement and things like that.
Yeah, I think that would be really great, Dresden, and I think folks would appreciate it. So we can have like a part two of the tutorial on another time as well.
Hmm. Yeah. So we can focus on the actual editor today after it's done, and we can mess around with it a little bit, and then the level design part could be like a second one. Okay. Yeah. So the agent is complaining because on my prompt it's a Godot project, but
We will be posting the recording soon. As soon as we finish like editing it and uploading it, we should be able to post this recording. You'll also see all the master classes appear in the studio application under lessons or learn or whatever it's called. So you should be able to see it there as well. But we'll also have like a YouTube channel posted to Discord soon, and Enrique can post that, which will have all the earlier master classes that we've had. Okay, if it was, let me repeat. We will be posting this to the YouTube as well as to the studio masterclass list.
I'm just testing some things out because I have some tooling on this project as well. But I don't think I have a proper level editor. So this is an animation debug tool that I created as well. So I could see what the agent was creating for each skill. It's also a pretty cool thing to showcase. And if one of the animations was off, I could just tell it what exactly I didn't like about it. I pasted that same. This ties back to that question about the 2D usage of this prompt. I pasted the exact same prompt here on this game, but it's on a different engine, and we have different objects and things like that. So let's see how well the agent actually ignores not relevant things like I was telling about rocks and things like that, and there are no rocks here. So, but it should work. It should be able to understand your game and what actually is feasible or not to be created. Okay, so it's editing the README, so it should be done right after it ends. I'll actually run it because otherwise it will keep refreshing because it's a 3JS project. I don't need to rebuild it. So it refreshes on that on everything, even if it's just a README.